Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today is January the 2nd, 2023. Man, let's talk about DraftKings today because I know so many people on YouTube have completely dropped talking about DraftKings. Like all of 2021, these YouTubers was out here pumping DraftKings, and now you hear crickets. Nobody's wanting to come in and talk about DraftKings. Like they cannot do no price predictions anymore, all because their stock picks fell 50, 60, 70, 80% from highs. It's amazing as to how you just hear people on YouTube talk about stocks, and when it falls that far, they don't want to talk about it anymore. That tells you the legitimacy of these individuals because they're not in it to understand how the market really works. I am. I'll show you where I look for price to go even when we see a market fall 80, 90% because there's still opportunities. That's the name of this game, is opportunity. And when you look at a market in a long-term viewpoint, i.e. decades, yes, I've heard YouTubers say hold stocks for decades, 25, 30 years. You would obviously look to hurt yourself because if you bought DraftKings, for example, if you bought DraftKings for $68 and it fell 80% in less than a decade, you're questioning, okay, what in the world were these people telling me? Let's talk about this because I'll even show you the price predictions that I get incorrect. And you guys can see it right here. For an example, I was looking for DraftKings to go up. You guys can see it. I did a video in DraftKings on December the 1st, 2022. Now, I understand, though, why DraftKings did not go up. And I will show it to you to assist and prove to you that you should understand how to move in the markets and how to not be emotional. Like the chart is telling us the whole time as to why it didn't go up. Now, I'm quite sure I explained that to you on my video on December the 1st in DraftKings. Go back and see it. It's still available. But let me talk about it now. Let me show you why price in DraftKings did not go up. Now, hopefully y'all can actually see it right now as to why DraftKings did not go up. The reason is because the buyers could not break this downtrend line. Like we already can see this. Now, it was my expectations because the market here in DraftKings was anticipating to break above that downtrend line. They were. But it just didn't pan out. And it happens. Like you can't do nothing about it if the market is unable to fulfill what you expected it to do. It just happens that way. You don't beat yourself up about it, but that is the reason. It's because this stock was in a downtrend and it started all the way back in August. It got rejected here in September. It got rejected again here in November. And it's still shown us, it has shown us rejection December the 5th and definitely here on December the 13th. So that's the reason. That's the only reason why DraftKings fell off a cliff. So yeah, this one didn't work out, but we understand why. It was part of the risk. That's why people tell you that risk management is so important. That's why you don't want to dump everything in one play because this was the risk and we understood what the risk was and it didn't pan out. But you guys can see that we're a couple of trading days that we were in profit. When I first did this price prediction on November the 22nd, I did an update on December the 1st and it just didn't pan out. So yeah, this one didn't work out. We're to get on the last trade of last week. That's around 22.5% down, but we still know the idea though. We still know what to expect. Since we saw the market in DraftKings get rejected on this downtrend line, then we know that this downtrend is still intact in DraftKings. So we just need to extend it. There's no need for us to hold a resistance area of $21 here because the market cannot even break this downtrend. Okay. So these are the most important lines on the chart today. We got this downtrend in place, and we also see market in DraftKings holding support right there around $10, maybe $11. Now, the question to you is, which one of these lines do you think is going to break? Is it this downtrend line? Do you think the market in DraftKings is going to break this to the upside? Or do you think the market in DraftKings is going to break that support area to the downside? Like that's the options right now. Which one do you think is more likely to occur? Now, as of right now, we already know when you put on the scoreboard who's winning. The sellers are winning in the market in DraftKings. The buyers are going to stage another comeback here Like, I'm looking for them to try to come through and hold support, this support line. If they do, then we can see a small move higher, but only to get rejected on this downtrend line. See, we're showing you how to be prepared when you want to onboard the plane and when you want to get off the plane on its next terminal, on its next landing strip. Okay. So now let's go ahead and look at this on a 2-day chart. Now, again, could we see the market hold support? Yes. And I'm actually seeing it here on the 2-day chart that the market is actually trying to grab support in DraftKings here. But long term, guys, everyone, look at this. This is the reason why DraftKings is not going up. The long-term time frame is telling us that the market is drastically weak. Look at that. Now, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but when you see this on the 12-month chart, when you look at price in DraftKings on the 6-month chart, it may make all-time lows in DraftKings. I'm just saying. So when you look at this from this time frame, from this aerial viewpoint, the sellers are definitely winning in DraftKings. I wouldn't even be surprised to see the market at DraftKings make all-time lows in 2023. I'm telling you that right now, because the chart is reflecting that to us. Like, everyone should have access to the same type of information. So from this viewpoint, I would have to say that I'm looking for the market in DraftKings to go down. Now, how low? Well, we're going to make it all the way to this pre-SPAC area, and possibly, like I said, even lower than that. Okay. So now we are on the last gas to see the market come in and try to hold support in DraftKings right now. This is the last gas. Before we saw the market run up in DraftKings back in 2020, this was the area that the market came through and supported price. We are now at that area today. I don't think it's going to hold this time though. So my next area of support is going to be around 1050. And then $10 is going to be my second area. Okay. Anything outside of 1050 to $10 is all-time low territory. So let me go ahead and put this back on the daily, give you all your time back, because I'm not looking for the market in DraftKings to go up in the long term. Now, on the daily time frame, like I said, we saw a massive move down. So obviously I'm looking for price initially to go up. Okay, so when I do this price prediction, everybody just relax, because I'm actually telling you right now that I can see in the beginning stages that the market in DraftKings could go up. Now, how high could it go? Well, 1250. $13, $14, $13.50. Like, that would be the area. So let me see what we have. So for us to see the market run to 12, that's 5%. For us to see it go to 1250, that's 9.75. We can do that initially, but the long-term view in DraftKings is definitely one of weakness. So I'm going to hold it though. I'm going to put it on the long-term basis. Okay. So I'm going to look for the market in DraftKings to go down, even though I am acknowledging that the market could initially go up in the beginning. Okay. So this area right here resembles, as long as price in DraftKings stays below $13, I'm going to anticipate continue moving to the downside. Like I told you, this is the last gas for the buyers, $10. I'm not looking for them to hold it. So my first price target is going to be 1050, which is 7.89%. My second one is back down to the pre-SPAC levels of $10, which is 12.25. And anything below that, like I said, is all-time low territory. And I'm looking for that to occur in 2023 for DraftKings. All right, so that is it. Give me your thoughts. What do you think about DraftKings? Are we going to see the market run up? Which I am suspecting that's going to happen in the beginning, but long term, the chart doesn't lie. DraftKings is definitely weak right now. Make sure you maintain the profitability, and as always, trade different. Join the team. Be one of the first ones to get notified whenever I produce my videos of my price predictions, and you do that by liking the video, sharing the video, and also subscribing here to the channel. Tap that bell notification as well, because I don't want you all to miss out. I want you all to be one of the first ones to know where price is anticipated to go. I'm out.